This video is going to show you how to do all the enhancements needed for the 8-shot short. 8. Alright, so the first enhancement that we're going to do is make our title with a matte color background. All you have to do is go over here and make sure that you're in your project, not in like effects or anything else. So click on project where all your files are. You just go down here to new item. You might not be able to see it. Your window might be blocking it off like that, so just drag it out. Click on new item and then select color matte. This window will pop up. That's just the dimensions. Just click OK and then you can pick whichever color you want. So I'm just going to pick a green, let's say, and click OK. You can name it green or just leave it like that and then click OK again. It's going to pop over here into where your other files are, and then you can just drag it in like anything else and size it to where you want. Now, I'm somebody that I like to actually match something from my project, so I'm going to scroll over a bit, then I'm going to double click on it to open the color picker back up, and I'm going to go to this picker and I'm going to click on the locker here to get that same red. And then now when we look back, it's got the same red background as the lockers. And then all you have to do is add in your title by going over to the type tool and creating your box and typing in your title. I'm not going to show you how to do that because you've done it already. So I'm just going to copy my title that I've already made and bring it over. Okay, now that we have our title, we're going to add our letterboxes, which is basically the black bars at the top and the bottom that make it look widescreen. So all we're going to do is go over to that exact same button, new item. We're going to click color matte. We're going to click OK. This time we're going to make sure it's black and click OK. I'm actually going to name it black. Click OK. And then we're going to drag it in on top. And we're going to drag a second one in, one for the top, one for the bottom, and then we're just going to extend them out. Okay, so now, right now they're covering the whole screen. So we have to go back in, we have to go into our effects over here, and we are going to go into our video effects. Okay, so video effects, and you're going to go down to transform, and you're going to drag crop onto the top one and crop onto the bottom one. The top one, and to change these, right, you have to go to effect control. So once I click on one of these, it doesn't matter which one first, click on it, go over to your effect controls so you can see this window, and then scroll down to where crop has been added here, and we are just going to crop the top of this one 90%, and the other one we are going to crop the bottom 90%. And then it's going to open up and you can see the black bars at the top and the bottom. So besides making the video look more cinematic, the black bars actually have a practical use as well. So if you go over to any clip and you can now see like the lock is maybe cut off a little bit down here, we can go into our effect controls, go to position and go to this second one. This is to move, if you click and hold and slide left, it moves things up, and slide right, it moves them down, or you can just type in a number. So you can actually like move your clip now to like reframe it to make it look good again. The third enhancement you should do is smoothing out the audio. So in order to do that, we're going to go back into our effects, and this time we're going to close down video effects. We're going to go to audio transitions, crossfade, and we're going to go to constant power. And all you're going to do is drag a constant power on every single spot where there's two clips connecting. Okay, so you're going to drag them on to each one like this. Okay, and then once you do that, all you're doing is you're going to zoom in here. So if you're in like this, make sure you zoom right in, and you're just going to hit the edge of these and close them down a bit. All this is going to do is smooth out the audio between this clip and this clip. Make it feel like it's more one scene and not a bunch of clips. The only thing you're listening for here is if once you add this constant power in, you might be able to hear somebody say like action or cut or something that you don't want. If that's the case, like at the end of this clip you hear cut right there, then all you gotta do is either shorten it even more or slide it left so you get rid of that cut noise. Okay, so just add in those constant powers and really smooth out your audio so it sounds good. The next enhancement is going to be the scrolling credits at the end. So they're pretty simple. We know how to make a title, so I'm going to go to the end here and we're going to make credits here. So all you need is filmed and edited by, and then names, and then starring and names. To make them scrolling, all we need to do is go to the very start, and you come into your effect controls again, and this time we're going to go to position, and you're going to see this little clock looking thing here, and it's going to be toggle animation. You just click that, and then we're going to go to the end, or near the end, and click over here this time, add remove keyframe. We're going to add a keyframe. So now if you see in this, we have a keyframe here and a keyframe here. This was the original one at the start, and this is the one at the end. We're just telling our text now where to start right here and where to end. So if we go to the start, so I'm going to click this little triangle, like this arrow, to get back to the first one here where the blue line is. And if we move these, if I click down on this and hold it and move left, it's going to move the text left. And then if I click and go right, it's going to move. So this is left and right. Okay. I'm going to undo that. This one is up and down over here. I'm going to undo that one. And so on this one, all I need to do is move to the right so that I can move the text down. That's where it's going to start. And then I click this little triangle and get to the other keyframe. And I'm going to click back on here and hold and scroll left. And I'm going to move it up to the top. So now when we go back to the first keyframe and we hit play, it's going to start at the bottom and it's going to end up at the top. Okay, and that's all there is to making scrolling credits. The last enhancement you can do is color grading. If you go into our effects again and we go into video effects, the one that we're looking for is lumetri color. So you might want to even type it here, lumetri. And all these other things might come up. Just close the presets down. You're looking for this one. In video effects, color correction, lumetri color. You're going to drag that onto one clip. All you need to do is put it on one clip for now. And if you see here, lumetri color comes up in your effect controls. However, if you go to Window and then you go down here to lumetri color, it's going to open up a separate panel over here that's easier to use. I'm not going to show you how to do everything in here. You can go to my color correction page and watch some videos if you want to learn more. But my suggestion is just to play around with these things and see what you get. There's no right or wrong answer for this. It's just adjust it to something that you like, that you think fits your video. Once you get a color grade that you like, let's say like this, then all you do is you go over to lumetri color over here in the effect controls. You click on it. You just go edit, copy, and then you highlight your other clips. So I would highlight these two, and I would just go edit, paste, and then I go over to the other ones, and I would go edit, paste. And now that color grade will be applied to all the other clips as well. Okay, that's it. Get to enhancing.